So I'm making this video as a warning for anyone coming in sightseeing in Mallorca's capital Palma, whether you're visiting this Easter or throughout the year as well. Now, you may well remember last year that I did make a couple of videos about crime that we do experience here in Mallorca. So I'm going to take you on a tour around the city of areas where you need to be especially vigilant. But I really want you to be made aware of all these different areas where you could get into problems if you're sightseeing in the city. It's also going to be packed full of information as well in the unlikelihood that you do get pickpocketed, so you know what to do. So come and join me here in the centre of Palma and let's go for a walkabout and I'll show you what you need to know. Now, I'm outside the official transport hub here in Palma. I'm outside the intermodal station, which is the main bus station here and train station. But this area is a hive of activity at pretty much all times of the day, especially during rush hour. Now, it can get really busy here. It's where many people do actually get pickpocketed. So this is one area where you really need to look out for your belongings. You need to keep an eye on your bag as well. Clamp your bag shut. Keep your bag underneath your arm if possible, and know where your phone and your mobile phone is at all times. Now, I've just seen some tourists arrive here. They're wearing backpacks and they've got them on their backs here. My main advice would be wear your bag across the front of your body. Make sure nobody can open these zips as well, and put their hands in and take out your purse and your mobile phone, or even worse, your security documents like your passports. But so many people come into the city, they're literally ready to be pickpocketed. So I'm just giving you some advice here. Do as I do, wear your bag right across your chest and hold on to the entrance of your bag. Now, this summer we're expecting the bus stops to be extremely busy with the popularity of tourists wanting to get the bus into the city to come and explore around Palma. But once again, with the bus stops getting very busy, make sure you're hanging onto your bag, make sure you know where the entrance of your bag is and make sure it is shut too. The same goes too when you're waiting to cross the road. These crossings, particularly around Plaza España, can get extremely busy. Now, I'm just coming into Plaza España here. We're going to take a walk into the old town. Now, pickpocketing has been an ongoing problem here for many years, and it has been a problem throughout Europe as well, in all of the major cities, so it's not limited to just Palma. There's nothing really the police can actually effectively do about it. Many of these pickpocketers are being caught, they're being charged, they're being prosecuted, and then they're being released back on the streets. And there's really nothing that can be done about these repeat offenders going back to pickpocket tourists. So just bear this in mind. The only thing I can really do here is to warn you of key areas in the city where you are likely to see pickpocketers, and just to really emphasise the importance of being vigilant here on the island. So we're just coming into one of the biggest markets in Europe. I'm just going to take a walk into Mercat Olivar here. Now, Mercat Olivar is one of the biggest and most bustling indoor markets here in Europe. But on a Saturday, it is particularly busy here, especially with people coming in to sightsee and pick up souvenirs and to get food for the weekend. But once again, my advice really is to take care of your belongings. A lot of these stalls can get very busy on the Saturday morning, and huge crowds do form, particularly around the most popular stalls too. So once again, if you're coming into the market, keep an eye on your belongings, know where your bag is, know where your wallet is too. So from Mercat Olivar, we're going to head on down in the direction of Palma Cathedral. Now, I'm not also saying that Palma is a crime-ridden city, because it isn't. I do feel very safe coming into town here. I have done for the past 18 years. I've never been pickpocketed or robbed either, but I'm just putting out a few warnings here of what could possibly happen to you if you're here on holiday and you're not aware of your surroundings. Now, the chances are you're going to come into Palma, you're going to have a great time, you're going to have fun shopping, you're going to have a great time as well picking up many souvenirs, so don't worry too much. But let's continue on our journey. I'm going to take you to one of the main areas that pickpocketers are known to operate. Now, I'm just passing by one of the most wonderful squares here in the centre of Palma, but these main squares do get very, very busy with holidaymakers wanting to eat out. You do tend to find locals that will dine more in the smaller restaurants in the back streets that aren't so touristy. So this is another lookout area as well for pickpocketers. Now, if you are coming to dine out in any of these squares, just be aware that you do not place your handbag or your backpack across the backs of your chairs. Do not put your handbag either on the floor, because this can very easily be stolen. And I'm just going to zoom in here. Look, you can see someone here has got their bag on the floor. It really is not a good idea if you're dining out in the centre of Palma. Please look after your stuff. Now, for as long as I have been living here, and that's since 2005, in this area around the Palacio de Almudena and also around Palma Cathedral, I have seen lovely little old ladies selling either Lucky Heather or Lucky Rosemary. Now, please don't be tempted to buy into this scam as well. If people come up to you selling a bunch of Lucky Heather or Lucky Rosemary for €1, keep your wallet in your bag, hang on to your wallet, do not take it out, because you could then go on to be pickpocketed too. So if you are coming over here on holiday, then I do recommend being really well prepared before you make your trip. Now that means photocopying your passport or your identity card, and maybe your driving licence too, or any other important documents that you're bringing out with you, and leaving those with a friend, so in the unlikely event if you are pickpocketed or robbed, that you can easily replace those documents. Now, I also recommend taking out a travel insurance policy as well. That's absolutely essential for going on holiday, so make sure you take that out before coming to. And in the unlikely events that you are pickpocketed, then I have information on my website on MallorcaUnderTheSun.com. Go ahead and check out an article all about the steps that you need to take to report that crime. Now, I made a couple of videos like this last year, and I was absolutely horrified to see the comments that some of my viewers had put either on the YouTube channel or in the Facebook group about being pickpocketed here on the island, and many of them actually did not go on to report that crime. So please report that crime. The number has been set up especially for you. There's language assistance as well, and it's available for other languages. It's so easy to report that crime. You can then pop to the police station next day after it's been reported to pick up a printed proof of this crime happening. It's called a denuncia. You'll then be able to use this with your travel insurance as well to reclaim on any items that are stolen. Okay everyone, please do not worry too much. As I've said before, this is a very safe place to come on holiday, and I felt very safe living here for 18 years. So if you want to see any more videos about this topic, particularly if you're travelling to the resorts, then click on the video that is appearing here on YouTube. Do not forget to consider subscribing if you're coming here on holiday this summer. I've got all the best information to help with your trip if you're coming to the island. Also, you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.